Well, good morning. When there's one missing, I'm always counting, and it appears that it's only three of us.
One,
The
two, three.
the main person who is the what do you call it? What do I call him? The union steward, the union rep.
Union rep.
He's at the doctor's office, and so what we're doing, we're filling in because we're here. And Scott's on location again, you guys. Yeah, I just don't understand.
We thought we were going to be solo on this show, but hey, welcome in.
Yes, and let me tell you, he's going on another cruise.
Yep.
And, he's in another state. I just don't understand. But he's with us. And you have us too. And my mind is all over the place, I'm telling you. Because I've been up with the kids this morning and they were all over the place. So I don't know. Scott has left me and Beth once again.
Yep.
So I'm here.
I was really bummed this morning. I got an email from MSC telling me that my upgrade was unsuccessful. So they send you, MSC sends you these upgrade emails, and then you can go in and put an upgrade bid in, very much like Royal Caribbean, for another cabin for presumably less money than you would pay to book directly into that cabin. So MSC had sent me this email, and I put in for Yacht Club but I took the minimum bid, which was $115, right, to upgrade into Yacht Club. And because it's only a 3-day cruise, right? And they countered at $650. I was like, no way, right? Not for a 3-day cruise, right? No. so then when I did not accept or decline the upgrade, it just kind of sat in limbo. And then today they emailed me and said, sorry, your upgrade request was not successful. So
yep.
So do you get your money back? That's the thing.
Well, they never charge you until they actually accept it.
So
they didn't actually charge me.
But after the bid is accepted, then you pay.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah. Welcome everybody into Go Live Together. We are your host and hostess. We are Jeremy and Cheryl. Cheryl with Cruising is Fun Anytime. Then we have the Mustard Drill live from Orlando, fixing to jump on a ship this morning.
He's on location, y'all. You know what? We're gonna have to surprise him and turn up 60 degrees in the cabin.
Yeah.
So I had the heat on all night in my room.
No.
Set at 80 degrees.
Stop.
And it was wonderful.
I would be coughing.
Right now, the heat is on, but it's at 76.
I'd be doing like this.
He turned it down or up or however
I don't know.
Up is down, down is up.
I would have my inhaler.
Cooler. He turned it cooler.
I was just trying to match the temperature outside, but I took a really hot shower this morning too. So I think that my core is finally sufficiently warm.
What time do you get on the ship?
My boarding time is 1 to 1:30. And I told the rental car agency that I would be returning the car at noon. You typically only have about a half an hour window on that before they start charging you like a surcharge per hour. So I definitely will be out to Port Canaveral by noon today to return the car. And then the budget will shuttle me for free over to the ship. And then they'll on Sunday, they'll pick me up and shuttle me back, and I'll get a car there, come here to Orlando. My wife will be coming down in the middle of the week, so I'll be picking her up. And then, of course, since we're going back out there to get on Wonder, it's perfect. We'll take the car back out there and return it. And they'll take us over to Wonder on the 22nd.
So that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Welcome everybody into the live stream and replay. If you are in here for the replay, please type in the word #replay. That way we know that you were here. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in.
Welcome.
If we just quick programming note, if we sound a little more clear It is because we have a new microphone. This is the first time publicly that we are using this microphone, and it is connected to our new studio computer. I went to the Apple store last night and got this super huge, super fast machine in front of me, and this is the first live show that we got coming from it. So yeah, just big shout out to all of you. I hope
So real quick, if everybody didn't know this, so Jeremy and Cheryl have been running their show from phones. So they would have a phone and they were doing all that. And then Jeremy would manage the chat and everything else, and transitions and background stuff and everything from a Chromebook. And if you don't know what a Chromebook is, it's a very underpowered kind of small laptop type device that was only meant for web surfing.
Yep.
So it was very limited in what he could do with it. And now he has a full-fledged Macintosh computer, and with a built-in camera and a separate mic and everything else. So now he is definitely cooking with gas.
Yes, I am. We're
really cooking happy with so much gas that I cannot Donald Duck it if Kurt is out there. I mean, there are mornings that, hey,
this camera on this thing catches a much wider angle than the phone does.
Kurt, I was like you, okay, and the guys didn't know it until last week. Until last week. I didn't know they could see until Jeremy said, Eddie saw you. Man.
Okay. Well, with that being said, this is not Go Live Together After Dark. This is Go Live Together. Good morning and welcome in Cruising on the High Season Travel. He says,
good morning.
He says, good day, y'all, and hope all is great with each and every one of you. Did I hear that there is only 16 more naps till it is cruise day?
Yes, and I want you to bring some of that pizza with you that you did.
No, he's bringing 10 bits.
Oh, he's
bringing 10 bits. Okay. Let's
that pizza look good.
Let's stay focused.
From pizza.
Yeah. He's bringing 10 bits. Ocean Travel. We get to check in tonight for the booze cruise. So excited! It's getting real now.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And guess what? Platinum brother.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Here's the platinum flex right here in the chat. Cruising is fun anytime has made it in.
Heads up, platinum cruisers.
Texas.
Getting ready. We can check in.
Now, here's the thing though, right? Like, I like that you can check in a little bit sooner as platinum, but when I got on Venezia in New York, I did not find that the platinum line really afforded me too much of an advantage over the other line. I mean, a tiny little bit, right? Like there was maybe 20 less people in the platinum security line than there was in the standard line. And of course, at the end of those two lines, you all merge into a single line anyway. At least in New York, you do, right? So
they keep us all separate. In Miami and in Port Canaveral. It was separate.
Yeah, well, see, the previous times that I had sailed on Carnival as platinum, it was all the COVID protocols and stuff were still in, so none of that stuff was being offered. None of the priority stuff was being offered. So it was really my first full-fledged experience, and I found it really, lacking for me. So
KK's Travel Education Vlogs has made it in. Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Marjorie has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Marjorie.
Welcome.
And it says, congratulations on your quick and safe and blessed travels to you and Cindy in New Orleans. Talking to you, Bruce. And traveling with Tinkerbell.
Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, family. How is your Thursday so far? Florida is going to be a rainy day today. Here, enjoying some hot chocolate and cheese toast.
Oh, guess what we had? We had butter
croissants this morning. They're all gone.
Yeah, the kids ate them like,
I had 2 last night and 1 this morning. So yeah, they're all gone. Good morning. First lady is in the house. Elizabeth has
Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, babe.
And we're left behind again.
I know she cracked me. I almost spit my coffee out her. She says here, I'm scrolling back up in the chat. She said here something like, You know I'm not there when he has the heat turned up like that.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But
Listen,
we're gonna
I'm
go-
relishing every day because when she gets down here next Wednesday, it's going to be freezing cold city again.
Yes.
we like it.
Mike
I
and
went
Randy.
into the cooler last night in the Wawa and I came out and there was an employee there and I was like, huh, it feels like back home in there.
I know, right?
The Wawa.
Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have made it in. Good morning.
Good
Tide
morning.
reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh, Cruising with Keith has made it in. Good morning.
What's up? What's up?
Good morning.
Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's my friend Toto.
Toto Talamo.
Yes.
Good morning. Welcome into the show.
Good morning.
DJ's Family and Friends Travels and More has made it in.
Hi.
And let's see, Scott McNeil. Oh, we got 2 pineapples in the chat. Good morning, and thank you for those pineapples, Scott McNeil.
And Bone Tired Denise just bought another shirt for pineapples on the cruise.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah.
Don't look now. Welcome to the party. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
Man, the speakers on this thing are absolutely amazing. I
I feel like I'm in
that
a
bump.
club.
I know, like my computer, my computers at home, both in both my studios at home, I have these really good speaker systems with like 145 watt subwoofer, and every time I play that, it like rocks the whole house.
Yeah.
So
The mother and daughter duo has made it.
Good
in.
morning.
Hello.
I'm so glad
Good
y'all
morning.
keep coming because I keep watching y'all too.
Mhm.
I love it.
Spirit in the Sky Blue has made it in.
Good morning.
Hi.
That's my people.
Yep. And Traveling with Tinkerbell is asking, what's the weather over there in Orlando?
Look at him. We got
It's
you.
very, very cloudy, like overcasted. It's not raining yet, but I know that it's supposed to. It was really raining last night, though. Like I was telling everyone in the pre-show, the raindrops were so big last night, it looked like a meteor shower.
Stop. But then that was from the heat because he was overheated and he thought it was a meteor shower.
Nah, he's good. Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
They had a good show yesterday talking about
They did. I was in on a little bit of it last night. Him and Bill. Yeah, they did have a good show.
I was
Yes.
shopping. I was shopping. I didn't focus on anybody's YouTube last night. Sorry I missed you, but I had to upgrade. Look out. The Z Show Cruise Fund says, good morning, content creators from the greatest state in our nation's history, the Lone Star State of
Texas.
That's
You
right,
better
baby.
believe it.
That is right.
Because we got our own Texas toast. Did you get that picture? I sent it in the chat.
Yes.
Did
Scott?
Scott, did you get wait?
No, it's not butter toast.
I know.
I
I know. Yes,
Yeah,
I got it.
And
I got it.
Texas toast.
Texas toast is very thick. For those of you that don't live in Texas, we have very thick bread, and it's called Texas toast. And Baby made it a valid point that says, I bet Georgia and Pennsylvania don't have their own toast, but we do.
And then I made a mistake because I can only copy and paste. I made a mistake.
Put it
and
in the family chat.
I put it in the family chat. And the daughter that you met, that's sort of like your daughter, she is like your daughter. She's, So she said, well, I would guess that it's Pennsylvania since Georgia has its own peaches.
She actually replied.
So she's
Nice.
yeah. I said go to bed. I told her to go to bed.
Hey, we got a platinum update here. Scott is turning platinum on the booze cruise. Scott McNeil.
Okay, Scott, let me give you a hint. And Bruce can back me up on it. What's gonna happen if you're gonna turn platinum? Go to your check-in with us tonight.
Yes.
And see if they're going to let you check in early.
Yeah.
Because
log in tonight.
After midnight.
11:59, log in and see if it'll let you check in.
Because if you're turning platinum on the booze cruise, what's going to happen? They're going to you're going to get a platinum card. That's what happened to everybody on the celebration group cruise.
And your luggage tags and your boarding pass will both say priority on them.
They sure will.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carnival is the only line that does that. Right.
Yeah.
They're the only line that will actually give you that status if you're going to get that status during your cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Everybody else makes you complete that cruise and go on another one before you can get that status.
Yep.
Yeah. So check Scott McNeil.
It's a Cruise Life has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, snap. We are in member compliance. Good morning. Midlife Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce has said
yeah,
the same thing.
That's awesome. You get to start the cruise as platinum. So,
Yes.
yeah, that'll work.
And you get to have one of these cards, Scott. Wait. It's right here under all my stuff. Platinum. And it's heavy. Oh, it's so heavy. Oh my God. Oh, it just hangs around your neck and weighs your neck down.
Yeah. Spirit in the Sky Blue asked the question, cruising is fun anytime. Have the cruise lines totally recovered since the flu? I mean, as far as passengers and service.
Okay, that's a very good question.
That is a good question.
Now, for me and Scott and Beth, what Scott did last cruise, he took mask.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing well, we always take masks.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm doing, because I got the flu on the last cruise,
Right.
and it was 4 weeks. And we were around people that, and they didn't do all of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just did it, and it was spread in the air. So I would suggest going to Walmart, getting you some masks if there's a Walmart in your area. If not, order them from Amazon. Amazon got the N95s and all of that. Whatever you want, Amazon has it. The only thing Amazon didn't have was something I was looking for the other day, and they didn't have it. I said, man, they don't have it. And that was
The only thing I would want to add about masks, okay, is COVID obviously normalized masks for a society that it was not normal in, right? Because there's many other societies on this planet, especially in Asia, where masks were very commonplace and normal. And it normalized it, even though there are a lot of people against it and a lot of people who don't want to do it or whatever. I say this about masks. I'm actually grateful that it's normalized here now because and I'm a big mask wearer during COVID and everything else. I'm an immune compromised individual due to a medication that I take that suppresses my immune system. So I was very concerned about it, very concerned. And so this is what I would say. If you get a cut, you put a Band-Aid on it, right? A mask is no different. There are lots of things that we do in our society and in our personal lives that mitigate specific circumstances that are typically a temporary thing. You don't wear a Band-Aid the rest of your life. You wear it for a short amount of time and it's done, right?
Right.
Masks I see in the same situations, right? Now that we have masks that are more readily available to us, higher quality masks like KN95s and stuff like that or whatever, which is what I use. I have a bag of masks with me, and if I'm in a situation where I feel like I'll need to wear that mask, here's a great example of it. My wife and I were just on a 10-day cruise on the Maravilla to New England, and we had these really incredible, amazing table mates in the main dining room. They were sitting at the table right next to us, but they were, how those tables are so close that, practically sitting at the same table with each other. Really amazing individuals. We really enjoyed speaking with them and hanging out with them for that cruise. And we got an email. Kim was one of their names, and she exchanged information with my wife. And Kim emailed my wife or texted her or something and said, "Just want you to know that I tested positive for COVID today." And that was like 3 or 4 days at the end of the cruise, right? She's like, "I just want you to know I tested positive for COVID." So then my wife and I were like, biting our nails for the last week to see what would happen, because we knew that we had this, all these cruises coming up, and I knew I was coming down here for almost the whole month and everything else, right? So we were worried. Thank God we're kind of at the end of the incubation period at this point, and we're not sick. So, but again, we wore masks the last 3 days on the Maravilla because it was sea days. And we didn't spend a lot of time running around the ship. We spent a lot of time in our cabin, and we wore masks when we were out of the cabin. And that could have been our saving grace.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, you know, don't necessarily look down on wearing masks. I know everybody is sick and tired of wearing masks. I'm sick of it. Everybody's sick of it. I wore one on the plane yesterday, but I did not have one on in the airport. And, you know, because I was in a closer space on the plane, you know, I'm not wearing them here in the hotel. I'm not wearing them when I go into stores down here and stuff like that or whatever. But again, you know, it's something that you can do to help mitigate certain situations. And I believe that everybody should carry one with them and be willing to do that for your own sake, right?
Yeah.
You know, who wants to be sick? I know a lot of people keep saying COVID is no different than the cold or the flu, or it's just a case of the sniffles. Okay, great. I'm glad that, you know, your experience or your belief is that COVID is not a serious illness. Let's not look at it from that standpoint. Let's just look at, even if it's a minor illness, why do you want to be sick if you don't have to be?
Right. And Together We Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see. Mike Arena says Canada has Texas toast here.
Hey.
That'll work.
They also have Timbits.
Yeah.
Oh, Snap Peer Runners has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I got a new system, Marion. I'm learning. Just you know, be patient. Oh man, this thing flies though. It really does. And the chat's not jumping
KK
on
has
me.
made it in too. KK Travel.
Yeah. KK came in a while ago. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. And let's see. Mayhem and Miracles has made it back. Good morning.
Good
Yes,
morning.
good morning.
And let me see. Everybody is speaking. It is now time for us.
Jeremy goes bananas.
No, not yet. Not yet. Because I have to show you this. We have a visitor in town today. We do. We really do. Oh, snap. Okay. I shouldn't have clicked that too early, but oh yeah.
What ship is that?
Voyager of the Sea.
The Voyager of the Seas has made it in. And if you are in town, which you should already be if you are cruising on her today, your weather report is 67 degrees with 88% humidity and cloudy. Your sail away forecast for this afternoon at 4 p.m. is going to be 77 degrees with 73% humidity and partly cloudy. So I know that we are excited about that. I'm not sure that we're going to get too much rain today. The precipitation at sail away is 4%. So
We're not going to
say based on that sky looked like it was pretty clear. So
yeah. Okay, here we go. Boom, 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 boom.
There's no.
Yes, it is time for Jeremy Goes Bananas.
Okay.
So here we go.
Let's do it.
On this day in history, in 1810, the first Oktoberfest was celebrated in Munich in the form of a horse race held in honor of the marriage of the Crown Prince of Bavaria, who later became King Louis I, to Princess Therese von Saxon.
That's Teresa.
That's Teresa?
Yes.
Or Therese?
No, that's Teresa.
Okay.
bananas.
Bananas. Right out the gate. Yeah, right out the gate. 1866.
No, where is she from? Say her whole name.
Princess Teresa von Saxon Hildburghausen or Hausen. Hildburghausen. Okay, here we go. 1866.
I know, right?
Ramsay MacDonald, the first Labour Party Prime Minister of the United Kingdom in the Labour governments of 1924 and 1929 through 31, and in the National Coalition government of 1931 to 35 was born.
That's a lot of years to say nothing.
Right. In 1896, Eugenio Montale, Italian poet, prose writer, editor, and translator who won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1975, was born in Genoa. In 1898, a landmark in labor union history, a coal mine riot took place in Virden, Illinois, where strike breakers were brought in. In 1901, President Theodore Roosevelt officially changed the name of the president's residence at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. from Executive Mansion to the White House.
Oh, I like that. I didn't know that.
In 1915, during World War I, English nurse Edith Cavell was executed for assisting Allied soldiers in escaping from German-occupied Belgium. In 1968, Equatorial Guinea gained its independence from Spain. In 1999, American basketball player Wilt Chamberlain, who was considered one of the greatest offensive players in the history of the game, died at the age of 63. In 2000, while preparing to refuel in the Yemeni port of Aden, the USS Cole, a U.S. naval destroyer, was attacked by suicide bombers associated with Al-Qaeda. 17 sailors were killed and 39 wounded.
Okay, here come a banana moment. Come on.
In 2001, the Centennial. No, I think we need to go back to the Chromebook, y'all. This is not working. The Centennial Nobel Prize for Peace was awarded to the United Nations and the organization's Secretary General Kofi Annan. Or Kofi. I think it's Kofi.
I think it's Kofi.
Yep. And that will do it for Jeremy Goes Bananas.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's see. We are still caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for me to click this brand tab over here and line this video up. That way Scott can bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
NetTalk Maritime and Starlink team up for cruise ships. In a groundbreaking partnership, NetTalk Maritime, a leading provider of communication solutions in the maritime industry, headquarters in Miami, has teamed up with SpaceX cutting-edge satellite internet network company Starlink. This new collaboration will help NetTalk Maritime offer cruise lines end-to-end communication solutions, including installation, network implementation, and related support services. By tackling data-intensive activities such as telehealth and video calls, live streams, vlogging, things like that, this pioneering maritime and cruise ship connectivity venture will significantly improve the shipboard experience for guests and crew alike. I sure hope so. Marking a significant advancement in maritime communication technology. SpaceX partnership will see NetTalk Maritime take on the pivotal role of account overseer, providing solutions from installation to support and network setup, as well as related account management services. NetTalk Maritime is aiming to bypass the limitations of old school, costly internet connections. In contrast to conventional satellite network reliant on distance, geostationary satellites, Starlink operates a network of satellites closer to the Earth. Starlink satellites are approximately 342 miles from the planet. The system uses a laser mesh network, which when combined with proximity of the satellites to the ground, reduces internet latency. Yeah, but not enough. Lag time to around 25 milliseconds, which my experience has not been 25 milliseconds. It's been more closer to like 50 or 70 some milliseconds, which is why it does what it does. But anyway, this is the vast improvement over the industry standard of around 600 milliseconds common to other satellite systems. It absolutely is much faster, but the latency is still terrible for video. The company will deploy satellite kits for ships used to introduce priority service plans as well. with the later customized for higher demand companies and users. Additionally, NetTalk Maritime will offer mobile priority service plans designed for emergency response services, maritime and mobile enterprises in need of specific internet connectivity solutions. So that's definitely the thing I can see coming where, I mean, there is already a little bit of a tiering system for internet on ships, but I can see it getting a little bit more, more specific and definitely more expensive for a higher tier internet plan. So moving on, Royal Caribbean shortens final payment date for longer cruises.
Royal Caribbean?
Guests who book a longer voyage with Royal Caribbean International will now need to have their cruise fully paid 4 months before they set sail. The cruise line has implemented a new policy immediately for all sailings of 15 nights or longer and has reached out to guests booked on longer sailings to notify them of the change. As of today, guests will now have up to 120 days prior to the sailing to make their final payment for sailings of 15 nights or greater. It must be noted, however, that guests who already have confirmed bookings with the cruise line with their deposits already paid are not impacted by this change, regardless of when their cruise sets sail. The new final payment date is only in effect for new bookings moving forward. Previous final payments for longer cruises were due 90 days prior to the sailing. This applied to all sailings of 5 nights or longer, while 1 to 4 night cruises had to make their final payment no later than 75 days prior to sailing. At this time, there is no change to the final payment dates on shorter sailings. Only cruises of 15 days or longer are affected.
Nice.
And that's the way the news goes, because
Yes.
I don't have that button on this screen.
Oh no. And also there is an update coming in from Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. It says Scott has 2 pillows on the bed and not 10.
Yeah, I mean, this is the standard pillows back there, but on the cruise ship, I may ask for more. Who knows? When my wife is on with me on Wonder, it will definitely be probably stacked up to the top of the headboard, no doubt.
We look forward to that. We really do.
Thanks to that, I know I can ask for more pillows.
Yes. Yes, she has definitely.
Because I only asked for 2 extra shoes. I might say 15.
No. I still need room to lay down. Here we go. My Elizabeth says, Mike and Rihanna, the pillows are for me. I'm the one who needs them the most.
Me too.
Yep.
I do too.
Yeah.
All right.
Lay flat.
And Scott has asked everyone in the panel and also the chat, has your attitude towards cruising changed?
Yeah, so I was, again, I'm always trying to come up with a way to squeeze these questions in a way that makes sense. So what I was really kind of going with this was, how is your perspective or your attitude towards cruising changed from like when you first started cruising to now? I know when I first started cruising, I was really worried about, not having, like, I'll always brought like a pharmacy of things with me. Now we still bring some stuff with us, but we're not as concerned about bringing all these things with us and stuff the way we used to. And, I was always I always had to do as many things as I possibly could. I had to make sure I didn't miss a single thing. I was always glued to the cruise compass or, whichever one you want to call it, fun times, depending on which line you cruise. But I was always glued to that, constantly looking for, everything and anything that I could do to make sure that I maximized my cruise experience. And now, over time, I've relaxed about that a lot. And for me, because I've cruised so much, I guess the natural evolution of it is that, now I could spend a couple of days in the cabin, not really doing too much on the ship or whatever, and not really feel like I missed out on anything. Now, obviously, if I saw something in the list of things that were happening on a particular day, I would absolutely venture out and go and do it. But I just don't feel as, I still love cruising. I still think it's a great thing. I still obviously, I'm going on a bunch of cruises, so I'm still really in love with cruising. But I just feel like I feel like I can be a little bit more laid back and relaxed about it now. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for us, I've only cruised post-COVID. Okay, so I don't know too much of the differences between the two, other than what y'all have said, which is this muster drill, this old muster drill where everybody was standing around pretty much musty, all up on top of each other, drinking and carrying on and not showing up, and you had to wait an hour for people to show up, and then they show you how to put the life jacket on, and you're well on your way. But now with this new eMuster and the app, I love the app because the fun times are on the app, and you can heart stuff. You can favorite activities on the ship, and that's been my cruise experience is only post COVID. So my attitude is absolutely 100%. I love it.
My attitude is 100% on big ships.
Mm-hmm.
I am spoiled because I like big ships. I like the XL class. And if when I go on MSC, I'm going to like MSC.
Yep.
When I go on Royal, which we're going on the Harmony with the kids, I'm going to like the Harmony. I don't know if I'm going to ever say, way to go Carnival once I get on some bigger ships, so.
I don't know. Oasis might spoil us just like the like the
MSC. MSC is going to spoil me because I keep looking at Rock the Boat's yacht club experience.
Yeah, and Scott's been taking us around the ship, but I do know that MSC doesn't have all of those little eateries where you can go to, but their buffet.
Their buffet is awesome.
Yeah, it's super long, and it covers both sides. And
yeah, Scott took us on that tour, and I tell you that MSC Lido is much bigger than Carnival's,
and it looked like it had a whole lot more stuff. And then there's like this little pizza and burger and hot dog station outside. So yeah, that's going to be different. But
the kids are going to love it. And they got a kids club, they say.
I know it's going to be cool.
Yes, MSC definitely does things a little bit more like old school, right? They have not scaled back their buffet operations like the other guys have since COVID. So it is massive, a lot of offerings. And I really find that the quality and the selection of the dishes in the buffet on MSC are better than they are. Like literally, I practically starved on Venezia because the food, there was not a lot of it, even though they had all these additional eateries on Carnival. The quality of everything was just so horrible. I couldn't eat it. Like I didn't like how it tasted, and I couldn't eat it. And in the buffet, there was only ever just a couple of items, and it didn't look appetizing, and it didn't taste didn't taste very well. So MSC definitely different. MSC is definitely different on the muster as well. They do things completely different. Everybody has to go back to their room on MSC and watch the safety briefing on the TV. And I don't know about you, but I have never gotten on a cruise ship ever where my remote worked. My TV remote in my room worked. Every single cruise ship I get on, no matter what line I get on, no matter what ship it is, there is always something, either the remote is busted or the battery is dead in it. I don't know what it is. It's, I wish I could play lottery numbers by that kind of, luck, but in any event, or unluck. So right. So on MSC, it's critical that you have a functioning remote because you have to tune to the channel that has your language on it. And you have to watch the safety briefing. And then when it's over, you have to dial a number on your phone. And then you have to proceed down to your muster station and get your card scanned. So it is still a completely different process from even a long time ago when everybody had to get their life jackets on and go to your muster station and stand there, the entire time and listen to the briefing. And then everybody had to go back to their rooms because they had to drop the, I used to see people still walking around the ship an hour later with their life jacket in their hand because they just hadn't made it back to get it, to put it back in there and stuff. So, I mean, obviously that's very different. But I'm just, like I said, I'm really rapidly falling in love with MSC. I'm really liking them, not without their problems, but I think they're definitely bringing enough quality to the game that when you pair them with their relatively, cheaper prices and stuff like that, they're definitely giving the Carnival cruisers a run for their money for sure.
He got my attention with that one.
What did the crew want to say?
Oh, Traveling with Tinkerbell says, OMG, the original mustard drill was crazy. I remember those drills. Horrible.
Yes.
The worst.
Pier Runner said, after 27 cruises, we definitely have evolved into cruise norm, and we still have a ball embracing the new changes. So now we are trying new experiences in cruising with Carnival Journeys, 12 plus days.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they said, cheers to new things. Yep.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yep. KK's Travel and Education vlog says, oh gosh, you guys are making me hungry. Now I love hot dogs and burgers.
I do too.
So
Yep.
I was really worried on Marabella because my wife is the original cruise snob boy. And I'll tell you, I was like, I'm going to have to listen to her complain for 10 days about how much she hates this stuff, hates his whole experience. But no, she really liked it. She was, again, some of the food was hit and miss. It's always, but most of it was really good. Was really good quality. It tasted good. She really liked it, even liked a lot of things in the buffet. And I tell you, like, my wife is not a buffet person, right? She's an MDR and specialty restaurant all the way, right?
I love the main dining room.
But she liked it. She liked a lot of stuff in the buffet, and I was like, thank you, Jesus.
Right. Traveling with Tinkerbell says Carnival buffet has gone down a lot. Nothing like it used to be before COVID.
Right.
And Guy's Burgers too is just,
Yeah.
I just cannot. I just can't do it.
I pass it up and go to Blue Iguana. That's just my.
But even, and I do that too. But even like when I went to Tomatillo's, which is this basically Blue Iguana on Venezia, I just like there. I don't know. There was just something that just wasn't right about it.
It's not Blue Iguana. That's what's wrong with it. Najuma Brown has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jennifer.
And Jennifer from Embarkation Nation are excited for MSC. Welcome in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see. KK's Travel and Education vlog says the pizza on the ship was really good. The one that I went on. It was fantastic. Everything on there was good. I enjoyed my first cruise. It was amazing. That's
good.
That's what we look forward to, is to hear people's experiences whenever y'all come off of the ships and you come to the show and you share with us. That this is absolutely cool.
Yes.
I'll tell you, when I was on Oasis and I would go by Sorrento's and I would look at the absolute garbage that pizza is and always has been. I've never been a fan of Royal Caribbean pizza ever. But I mean, that literally, and it was like all burnt and just it. I mean, I've tasted better dollar store pizza, and I'm not even exaggerating, right? When I would go by Sorrento's and I would look how terrible that pizza was and think to myself, they had the nerve to consider charging for that garbage.
Right. I remember we had a couple of days where you were kind of distraught about that.
Oh my gosh. I was just like, oh man, that just really irritated me. I thought the audacity.
Yeah, but I'm so used to going to get pizza. Here's my cruise cadence. After dinner, she goes back to the room. I venture out into the ship and go to the shows. I'm walking around, I'm vlogging, I get hungry again, and then I go and get the pizza.
Yeah.
So on the Harmony, what are some late night bites between the show and time to go into the club that's open, that's free, and that's good on an Oasis class ship, specifically the Harmony?
Well, see, here's the thing, right? So Oasis, I mean, it's going to be basically like, it's going to be like Carnival, right? Where after the buffet shuts down, you're going to have a limited menu, right? So you're going to have the pizza and Sorrento's, right? And sometimes there's a couple of like small little kind of finger sandwich options in there, cookies, stuff like that. That's really the kind of super late stuff. And then there's going to be a transition in between the buffet and super late, where you're only going to get pizza, where you're going to have some hamburgers, hot dogs, and French fries.
Okay.
Oh, I could do the hot dog.
Yeah. I mean, like dogs and burgers at night. That's kind of cool.
Right.
And KK's Travel and Education Vlogs asked a question. What was your guys' first experience on the cruise? Can you guys tell us a little bit about that? And what was your first experience? And what was your first experience was on the cruise? Well, on my first cruise, we got picked for Love and Marriage show.
Yeah.
And we were on stage telling all of our business in front of hundreds of people.
Right.
In addition to that, I let loose and actually danced on the Lido deck, which, you know, check out the channel. I believe that baby keeps on running this short of me doing the wobble with
because
Wendy.
of Bruce from the ocean to ocean.
Yes.
He challenged everybody. So me and you accepted the challenge.
I know I danced in front of hundreds of people, and that was fun. My first cruise, I was in awe at the sight of being held up by nothing but water, and that's all you could see in every direction. That to me still is the core of why I cruise. That view is just absolutely amazing. I'm a flatlander, so I'm used to it. I'm not used to all of the hills and stuff. And whenever we see land, this and like, ooh, we're close to something, you know, because you pass up all of these uninhabited or inhabited Caribbean islands on your way to where you're going. And sometimes you see a ship out there at night, especially a lit up ship over the water. That's an amazing sight to see. I love it. I really do. The ship after dark is definitely something to see and something that you would want to catch at night. From, you know, that was my experience on my first cruise.
Okay. For my first cruise, some years back, I went with my sisters, and it was, oh my God. I looked at that ship and I said, Lord, take the wheel, because I don't know how I'm going to be on this water and not going down under this water. So that was my first, you know, but then when I got on there and everything just went out the window. I sat on the top deck. You know, I wasn't into the, what do you call that party? The sail away party.
Sail away party?
I wasn't into the sail away party. What I was into was sitting not on the Lido deck, but on the top deck, you know, and just looking out with my sisters, because that was our first cruise together, because our dad had died and he said, I want you guys to travel together. So that's what we did for many, many years, you know, was travel together. You know, we did like our dad said do. So, and we did cruising. That's how we traveled. And I loved it. And I still love it.
Yep. And KK's Travel and Education Vlog says, oh, I know, right? We actually went out in the dark and you could see nothing but pitch black out there. But at least I got some night shots. That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I'll never forget that.
Yes. And I'm glad you had fun, KK. And he's taking his mom on a birthday cruise on a Royal Caribbean ship. I can't remember which one.
We got two people in the chat. Orange Cone Vlog and Adventures of the Philippine American Couple have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep. And real quick, I know that Eddie is not here, but he has a couple of group cruises coming up. The first one is The Secret Booze Cruise 2.0 next year during Halloween.
And we'll be there.
Yes, we will. And a few months later, in January of 2025, there is the Alice Lugo Studios group cruise. Let's get it straight. Leaving from Puerto Rico. And so I'm going to go ahead and play those promo videos for you guys right now. I hope you enjoy them.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
And here's the second.
Caribbean Conquest 2025. Hosted by Eddie and Alice Lugo Studios, out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Aboard the Norwegian Viva. Ports of call: Riba, Bonaire, Curacao, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. Come join us for this great cruise, January 26th, February 2nd, 2025. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Ooh, I like
Jeremy,
that.
I like my answer to Ross better than yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a couple of days. I think I saw that.
I said 6 days.
6 days. Yeah. No, Austin for us is just like driving to maybe Lake Charles. It's not that far. It
What
three
did Ross say?
how long from Austin to Galveston?
Oh, not long, not far.
Yes,
6 days.
3.5 hours.
6 days. Wait,
6 days.
in the heat. Yeah, you.
Yep. Got to stop every so often. Let put the hood up on the car. Let the steam out.
Yeah, there's a couple of Buc-ee's runs. Nothing too busy. Coming on immediately following us is Not for Nothing Homestead, and all of these are Central Standard Times that we're talking about here at 9 a.m. Also at 9 a.m. we got Welcome to the TNT Family Show.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mama Baird's has a premiere at 9:15.
She's a cooker.
Buddy Biggs Adventures.
Buddy Biggs.
Buddy Biggs.
I like saying his name.
Yeah, Buddy Biggs is cool. At 10 a.m. Then we got Chili's Cruises coming on at 10 a.m. Also, we got Praying Couple Cooking Series coming on at 11 a.m. Mark the Shark comes on at 12 p.m. The Van Life Adventures at 12 p.m. Paul and Carol Love to Travel at 1 p.m.
And Roy and Becky.
Marlene Motivates comes on at 2:35 p.m. Growing with the Garners at 4 p.m. Warmstrong Adventures at 4 p.m. Michael Ann Spoiled Mama at 5 p.m. Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner at 6 p.m. 755 Media at 6 p.m. Embarkation Nation at 6 p.m. with Controversial Cruising. Vision Preparedness at 7 p.m. Where's Walter Travel at 7:30 p.m. Nets V Blog 21 at 7:40 p.m. Panama City at 9 p.m. ET Mix Videos at 9:15 and closing out the night, tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Can't Stop Walking But Love Mowing and Cruising. So that will do it on this day on YouTube.
I'm going to change my channel to Can't Stop Talking But Love Live Streaming and Cruising.
Yes,
that's me too.
That's you, Scott.
That's me too, Scott.
That's awesome right there. I love it. Yes. Okay.
You too, mother and daughter. You have a great day.
Okay, well, I got a cruise update appears to be from Orange Cone Vlog.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was pointing. I'm pointing at it.
The screen's so big where she can actually read the comments from across my shoulder now. So yeah,
without my glasses,
it's cool. Orange Cone Vlog says, "Okay, that sounds good. We might come down on the afternoon of 11/5 and cruise out on 11/6. We are considering it."
Oh
Nice.
wow, 11/5. I looked at that cruise. You talking about? I looked at that cruise.
Which one?
Was it $299? I believe so.
Oh, they were running it. Carnival was running a special $299 a person or something like that. And I'm like, yeah.
This is what I love about those, right? I get those emails all the live long day too, right? And then when I click on them, it's actually like $2,099 a person.
That is so true.
And Peer Runner says, wow, we have to step up. We have to step up getting them up with the video editing and live streams. Yeah. Well, move at your pace, man. I know this is Marion I'm talking to. Yeah, move at your pace. Don't sweat it. Really. I mean, your fans.
Tracy not talking.
Your fans are hungry. No, actually, Tracy told me that she was starting to get into the editing and into the channel a little more. So yeah, that's inside.
Now, Bill dissed on me a little bit last night. He was like, Scott, he was like, the muster drill is sailing a lot. He was like, but we're not really seeing a lot of content. He said, but
wait a minute,
it does go live from the ships.
Yeah. We got that graphic in right now. Boom. That's for you, Scott.
And I'm not going to throw Scott under the bus.
Do it.
He shows us. Now, he does show the morning team. He takes us on a tour.
He's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I would say out of all the live streams I've done on ships, right, I was most pleased with the one from Maravilla. Some of the other ones was just so terrible that you really couldn't even make out what you were seeing. But I was, it seemed like the Maravilla did hold together pretty well as far as being able to see what the ship looked like. So.
Yep.
Oh, but no, I like the Royal. I like the Royal Caribbean ship you were on.
Oh yeah.
And the reason being, we're going on there, so we've got to see trusted.
Real time vlog. And
see, I got to see the real tree foliage.
Yeah, she was talking about your
Central Park.
Yes. And I needed to know because when he called, because it's 5 of us, you have to call. And when he called Royal and she said something about, do you want the ocean view or the Central Park view? And I said, what is she talking about? And then I looked at Huddle Adventures, and Huddle Adventures was talking about how noisy it was, so I said, it's Tracy. Girl.
It's Tracy this time, and I'm stepping up my shoe game, Miss Cheryl.
Oh, yeah, you got to, because you know what? I'm taking 8 pair of shoes.
8.
Yes, he's downsized on the shoes.
I did. I'm taking less shoes this time, y'all. And we're still at 3 bags. It's a bag update. We haven't brought you a Mass Mayhem episode because we haven't shot one. The bags are sitting there.
And they're closed up.
They're closed up because we don't have to fly. I think that's what is going to delay, if not cancel, this round of Mass Mayhem videos, because these heavy bags are just going to go in the car.
Heavy bags, really?
The heavy bags, yeah.
If you count the shoes that are on my feet, for some reason I can't, because I guarantee I won't wear them. But for some reason I have 4 pairs of shoes with me.
Oh, I take 8.
That's not bad.
I take 8.
That's not bad.
It's a 7-day cruise. It's
and one pair is are slides.
Yeah, I got a one constant pair of what the Birkenstock style sandals that I wore in Curacao. My feet got burnt.
Yeah, he's scared to wear sandals now.
I am. I only wear them on the ship exclusively. I'm not wearing sandals to port or slides anymore. I made it up in my mind. But and with that,
but wait, the thing of it is, this is serious. I promise you guys, I will be going back in the bags before we leave.
Yep.
You will get a Mass Mayhem video because I'm looking there. We haven't even packed things that are coming in. See, we got to go in the bags.
And Tracy says, I love it. The shoe game is strong. So,
yes, yeah. Tracy, 8 pair plus the pair I'm wearing on my feet. That's 9. So you got to come with it.
Yep. Just terrible. All right, guys, everybody take care of each other out there. Thank you so much for coming into the show.
9.
We love all of you, each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for coming in and coming back to the show. Remember, if you're on the replay, please type in the word #replay. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.